It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Chargers and the Packers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Green Bay Packers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, everybody loves to see the deep ball. We know that. We got a couple of quarterbacks here who can really sling it. Justin Herbert of the Chargers, Aaron Rodgers of the Packers.
I like your point there, partner, because it is back in vogue. And what I mean is taking the shots downfield, because for a long time in this league, it was all about precision passing, the West Coast offense. But now we've got a couple of guys here who'll take some shots downfield, and they have some receivers who can go get it.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway here in London. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for it.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Green Bay. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. This defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field and he's creating with big throws downfield.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Wiggles free, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Eckler, they run left side. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the give, this is Eckler. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Mike's 50, Mike.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. Allen, nifty footwork. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Don't do us like that.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Draw play, it's Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Get in the way, bro.
Out of the gun, Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Herbert now. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. toss play to Jackson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and at the 42-yard line.
Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert got a man over the middle. It's Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Working with a 2nd and 3. Herbert back to the air. And his throw is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and short. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up into this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Isabella. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a 2nd down and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So not the greatest of first halves for them, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. On the return, Isabella. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Packers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Coming to you.
Now it's Herbert. And complete right side to Cook. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Running on first down, Eckler shoves him aside. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Herbert on 3rd down now. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
49's the mic, watch 49.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Now it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
13 yards at the play. That's good. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He had a minimal gain on first down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
49's the mic, watch 49.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3. No pain, no gain.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
First and goal.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Rodgers now to throw. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Off the option, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game. And here, the turnover leads to a go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 14-10. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Ty Long now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A give to Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Rodgers, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And this one is right through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot,
Herbert has it knocked free. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.